Drew and Stu are on the air.
Ready? Right.
Whether you're fading with Drew or riding with Cam, this is the place to get your weekly NFL picks.
Powered by Sports Interaction, your homegrown sportsbook. Always remember to bet local.
Hello and welcome to week 12 of the Drew and Stu podcast, and happy Thanksgiving to all of our American viewers. Cam, their Thanksgiving is just better than Canada's Thanksgiving, just straight up. It's not even close.
Our Thanksgiving, we don't even advertise it. Like, you know what I mean? I see a couple old ladies fighting each other for butterballs in the store, but other than that, like, there's no special hockey game. There's no special, like, football. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's kind of the point is, like, theirs is, you know what? It's so smart to do it. Like, look at in the college football, you got Oregon State, like the big rivalry games, Mississippi State. Like, you see, like, the whole family thing is around sports and eating, which are two of the things that I love. Because you're sitting with your
family, you turn the TV on, and bam, there's sports on. And
then when your family disappoints you, you just go to the TV room, right? Like when you're having a fight because relatives fight, it's just like, yeah, I'm going to go watch the Lions game. I don't need this right now.
Yeah,
Thanks.
Just tell me when the pie's ready. Fuck off. That's it.
Exactly. What, you're yelling at me? I came 8 hours for this bullshit? See ya. Yeah, I'll go to the bar and watch the game. But the thing about American Thanksgiving, though, Drew, is it's really close to Christmas. So we were kind of talking to this. Like, think about it. We're at the end of the month. Say you hate your relatives, like you go see them on Thanksgiving, you got to go do it again at Christmas. At least ours, there's a break between Christmas or whatever. So Canada, find a way to get like a significant game or something around the holiday, and then maybe we can get better.
Yeah, but at the same time, Cam, we get no holiday between our Thanksgiving in October till Christmas. So we have a big, huge gap of no days off.
So you're saying we're losers?
Yes. Yeah, 100%. And like, Cam,
when it comes to holidays, we are. Yeah.
You know what's a joke? The National Hockey League. You look on Tuesday and Thursday this week. There's no games. They're just like,
buddy, it's no. I don't understand. True. The funny thing is, so Wednesday is like their big thing, and then they're going bananas on Friday. So I guess when people have
Friday,
but the thing is, they're also, you know what? Let's call it out for what it is. The NHL doesn't give a shit about any league. Like they do their own thing, and if people say, "Hey, that's a bad idea," they go, "Yeah, fuck off." Well, that's what we do. It makes no sense, but like Tuesday's their big day too. So if you're like a person that's like kind of into it, you're like, "What the hell's going on?" Anyway,
makes no
Wednesday
sense.
And Friday this week, Drew.
But yeah, anyway. I'm back from Sweden, Cam. That was a fun trip.
Great trip.
Yeah, it was a great trip. The time difference crushed me. I will say I'm still tired. The jet lag is real. People say that jet lag is a rumor. It's false.
No, jet lag's a rumor. What are you talking about? I if I fly economy coming back from Vegas, I can't walk for a week. Let alone you went to Sweden. Like I'm an old man with bad joints. Like it's tough, Drew. I will say, did you bring anything back other than your Landeskog jersey? Or
I got so much chocolate and candy out the wazoo, Cam, from Sweden. I got some Djurgården gear from the Swedish hockey team there, just for fun. It was a good trip. Sports Interaction is your homegrown sportsbook where local takes on an entirely different meaning, focusing on the teams, games, and players that matter to you. Sports Interaction is on the ground on top of all of the local trends, offering prop bets that you'd never even imagine existed. From same-game parlays to best in-class casino, featuring thousands of games and live 24/7 dealers, giving you that Vegas experience any time of day. Come for the sports, stay for the casino. And now introducing the Locker Room, the first of its kind, a live watch party for the biggest games of the week, including this Saturday night with Steve Dango. Come watch the Leafs game with him and myself on Saturday night. Sports Interaction, your homegrown sportsbook. Go to sportsinteraction.com/SDPN to open an account. Bet local. 19 plus, please play responsibly. If you have any questions or concerns about your gambling or the gambling of someone close to you, please go to connexontario.ca. Back to the show.
Hey, man,
but for this show, everyone, because we haven't said anything, we're only going to cover the Thanksgiving games today, and tomorrow we will cover the rest of the weekend because we figured it's a holiday special, so to be seen. Cam, we'll talk about some Thanksgiving snacks at the end of the show, but we'll start with the first game on Thursday, Cam. The Green Bay Packers going to Detroit to take on the Lions. Both teams, big victories in Week 11. Detroit, 7.5-point favorites. To be fair to the Packers, they probably should have lost the game, but Quentin Johnson just with a huge drop.
Big drop.
Receivers just dropping balls from wide open passes, Cam, all weekend, it seemed. I didn't get to watch all the games. Obviously, I was in Sweden, the time difference. So you might have to fill me in on a few recaps, but I did see the drops in the games. And tell me who you like in this one. Lions, 7.5.
It's an interesting spread, Drew. Here's the thing. I'll give Green Bay a lot of credit. They're playing better, right, buddy? Like you see, and like people all down on Love, like he's been picking it up. And is it his fault that his receivers are like D grade? So before we get mad at the guy, we have to consider the whole situation. But Chargers will Charger, as we said. Do you remember all week we're like, we probably should take the Packers? Like that's a lesson for
We
life.
said it's LaFleur against Staley. It's dumb and dumber.
Honestly,
like,
I talked to people. It's like, and everybody was like, the Chargers, like Green Bay should have been like a mineral pick. But anyway, we made some mistakes. You're in Sweden, and I'm rattled. I've lost another phone. Here's the deal: Detroit's laying 7.5 here. Green Bay feeling good about themselves, but Detroit, that was a tough game against the Bears, Drew. The Bears almost beat Detroit outright. That was a crazy comeback. Oh, I know they should have. I know they should have. So here's the thing. Detroit's at home. This is kind of like their Super Bowl for Thanksgiving. They've always been the Thanksgiving doormat. They finally have an opportunity to punch Green Bay in the face. I know Green Bay's playing well, and it's a lot of points, but I'm going to lay it. I think the Detroit Lions win this game by 13. Give me Detroit.
Cam, I'm going to be on your side as well, too. It's a long time since the Lions have had a premier football team in the NFL. Mm-hmm. And this is like a show-off time for them. This is the time for them to be like, look, we can put up 45 points like the best of them on Thanksgiving in front of their fans at home. Everyone's been eating the turkey legs. It's going to be a huge party in downtown Detroit.
I hope so.
The city will be shut down, and I think they'll win this game outright by at least 15 to 20 points. But I thought they were going to smash the Bears too, so I could be wrong, but we were both on the Lions side. And at the end of the spread picks, everyone, we're going to do an Anytime TD parlay live on the show where Cam picks one player from one team and I pick one from the other team. 6 TD parlay. We put it together. We're both going to play it, and you can too. We'll be happy or sad together.
Drew, do you want to do totals too, since we're
100%?
It's a short state. So let's. What do you think about 46 and a half?
Way over in this number, Cam.
You know what? I'm a little bit worried, but I got a feeling that Detroit's offense will put up like 35, and I think Green Bay is probably good for 21. So yeah, I'll take the over
21.
as well. But what?
I don't know about 21. That's a lot of points.
Anyway, whatever. We need more than 46 and a half points. So Detroit score 47, and then we don't even have to worry about the cheeseheads. Lions, please, over 46 and a half. Done.
Give me 42-7 covers the spread and gets the total.
42-7. Holy wow, that's man. You got some. I don't know what happened in Sweden there, but that's okay. You don't think you think they're going to win by 35 points?
Cam,
wow.
I don't think it's going to be close.
Okay.
All right, the next game, Cam.
Yep.
The Dallas Cowboys, who play every single year on Thanksgiving against the Washington Commanders, who knocked me out of my big survivor pool last week with their 6 turnovers. Cam, I was so pissed off.
See, Danny DeVito, guy looked like he's a star, Hollywood star.
How do you lose to Tommy DeVito?
Tommy DeVito, they didn't just lose; he was shredding them.
Okay, calm down. He wasn't shredding them.
He did enough.
Dude, Washington turned the ball over 6 times, and they was still a 1-score game. It's like you got to slaughter teams if they turn it over 6 times. But yeah, the Cowboys hosting the Washington, 10.5 point favorites. The total is 48.5. You want to start with the total or the side?
I'm going to start with the side. I'll take Washington plus 10.5. I know Dallas destroys teams at home, and they could very well win this game by 24 plus. But it's kind of like one of those things, Drew. I just learned last week, like, everybody, Washington, we were like the idiots too. Washington, they're going to blow out the Giants. And I should have known my dog radar. It was not on last week. That's what happens when you got things going on in your life. You're not really focused in on what's going on with the spreads and the line. I talked to a couple people fading in the public, like everybody had Washington in teasers, money line parlays, survivor picks. But here's the week. It's Thanksgiving. I think they grind. I think they lose a game by like a touchdown to Dallas. Asking Dallas to win by 11 is a lot. Despite them, Drew, you've seen their story on turf. They murder teams at home.
Yeah, it's true, Cam. I feel like Dallas recently has struggled on Thanksgiving. Is that just in my head? I feel like
no, it's not in your head. Washington, I remember as in the years past, it's like all the years are blending in, but they have been big dogs in these games. They've beaten them outright before when they've had bad teams. Here's the thing about Dallas, like they're good, but I don't want to really lay 11 points with these guys against Washington. And Drew, I know it's hard to take Washington, but it's just one of those things on Thanksgiving. I'm not sure which dogs are going to cover, but it's a lot of points, man. It's a divisional game. Like I'm taking Washington.
I'm looking at it now. So the Cowboys lost 3 straight Thanksgiving Day games before last season when they beat the Giants at home. It's tough because I don't think Washington's very good, Cam. And Sam Howell, the most sacked quarterback in football by a large margin, Cam. So like I have to go Dallas here just because of that defensive line, the pressure. Howell might get sacked 10, 15 times in this game, Cam. Like
what about the total?
The total, I like the under in this spot.
I do too.
I don't like Washington and Dallas will be able to move the ball at will as much as people think.
How about 24-21, 24-20 Dallas? But you like Dallas, so you'd prefer 31 to.
Yeah, 17. I'll say 27-7. What's that?
And the total's 48.5. So we both like under 48.5. You're on Dallas minus 10.5. I'm taking the commies plus 10.5.
Yeah, if you can get some alt spreads with like 10 sacks by a team, I'd go like 9 sacks. You'll probably get 20 or 30 to 1. I think Howell's going to be on his back all game, Cam. If they do score and keep up, he's still going to get sacked a bunch. It'll just be long passes. That's why he leads the NFL in passing yards, because he's just always on his back, always behind the chains. All right, moving on, Cam. The Thursday nighter. Your Seattle Seahawks hosting the San Francisco 49ers. When's the last time Seattle played Thanksgiving Day, Cam? It's been a long time.
Never. I don't think
it's the first time
played
ever.
One. I don't remember in my life. Has Seattle ever played a Thanksgiving? God, no. There's no way they have. If they did it maybe once in my lifetime.
Oh, Seattle Seahawks record on Thanksgiving is 2-2 lifetime. So
2-2. They've had 4 games. Give me the years. Give me the years.
I can't see the years. I'm just looking at teams' records on Thanksgiving.
Huh. I don't even remember any of them now. Must have been into the suds.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, maybe it could have been in the 70s or 60s for all we know when you were.
Trust me, whatever it is, I don't remember them playing on Thanksgiving. Actually, I do remember. I think one time I do remember them playing on Thanksgiving.
Okay, well, it doesn't matter, Cam. They're huge underdogs on the road here, or at home here. The 12th man, not going to do them any favors in the spot, Cam. The Seattle Seahawks, talk about that game with that missed field goal in the last seconds. I thought they had it won, but they just blew it at the end.
Cost us our picks, cost us a nice parlay. It's funny because, Drew, while you were in Sweden, the line also went to Seattle closed +2. They were -1 when we did the show. So a lot of Ram money came in. Very interesting that they lose the game in that fashion, right around the number there. But yeah, Seattle's been disappointing. By the way, too, Geno Smith got hurt in that game, Drew. They say he's going to be back, but I would not be surprised. We've talked about this for a while, and I'm dead serious now. It's Drew Lock is like literally waiting in the wings. If Geno comes out and throws a pick 6 like right off the gate, Pete's gone. It's time. But what do you got to lose now? You lost to the Rams. You're playing the Niners. You have to see what you have in this guy, because Geno has not separated himself from being a first stringer versus Drew Lock that's actually played in the league. He is one of the better backups. He's proven himself. Drew,
he didn't look good though, Cam.
No, he did in his first. No, but he came out comfortable. He was fine. He made one play. Like it was a tough game. Like you're coming off the bench. Now the thing is, I think he's going to have more reps with the first team. I think we have to give him a chance. No, I'm not saying screw Geno. He deserves a chance to be the guy. But Drew, Seattle doesn't really look like they're going. That offense is stalled with Geno there. He hasn't progressed. I don't see a downgrade
at all.
They're the same. So give. You know what? I'm going to say this. Guys, like Geno, he doesn't run. He's a better athlete, my guy.
So you think they should start Drew Lock on Thursday?
Yes. Do you not agree? Drew Lock, don't you think he can move with his feet? Like he's a little bit mobile. Geno doesn't run as much as he should too. Like he's not. It's like
Geno's older, right? Like if he was
is
younger.
older and he's taking licks. Lock needs to run. Anyway, this isn't Seattle Seahawks television or radio today. Like we could talk about this. I'm just saying, what has Geno done in the last little while to help this football team's offense?
Nothing.
Not much.
Which is why I'm taking San Fran, Cam, -7.
Okay.
I know it's a big number on the road, but watching the highlights of Seattle last weekend, I just saw them with the lead. They blew it. Then they drove the field to kick the game-winning field goal. Couldn't kick it. The Seahawks had every chance to win that football game last week, and they just couldn't do it. And I can't see them keeping this close against San Fran, Cam. I'm sorry.
I'm going to take Seattle in this spot. I'm getting 7. It's a leap of faith. I'm not going to lie. This team has a lot of problems. Drew, the only reason I'm saying this is because the history between the Niners and Seattle. Mm-hmm. I know San Francisco's better, but these coaches and players know each other inside out. A lot of these games come down to the last possession, even when Seattle was good and when San Francisco was horrible. Like whatever stages these teams were at, when they got together, it was always a very, very tight game. I have to rely on that Pete and Shanahan know each other. I see 49ers winning by like 3-4 points. I don't see them winning by more than a touchdown. I will take Seattle, but if the 49ers blow them out, you could tell me I told you so.
Yeah, Cam. And one guy that I will say I will love the props on Thursday is George Kittle. He smokes the Seahawks every time he plays them, it seems like.
He does.
His last 5 games against them, he has over 300 yards combined. It's just like he just let him run wild. I don't know what it is. They can't cover tight ends or they can't cover Kittle. I don't know what it is, Cam, but the total is 43.5. You like the over or the under here? I'm leaning over, I think.
I am too. I think everyone's going to be betting the under in this game. I think the final score I have in my mind is San Francisco 24, Seattle 20. So 44, and what does that get us? Is that right on the number?
That's 44. That's half.
Actually, that's that. I think it's going to be like just on the number. I will take 44, and the total, as we've done the show, 43.5.
I'll take 31-17 San Fran, which is
maybe my teaser. Can you make it 31-20 so my teaser wins?
Sure. That works. I'm fine with that, Cam.
Drew, I have a question. What are we going to do with the mystery first ever Black Friday game? Is it included in this pack? Remember, no, we have to put the Miami Jets game in here.
You want
if
to
we're
put it in
taping
here?
whatever? Yeah, we have to. It's the day after Thanksgiving. It's not on Sunday.
Yeah,
this is the new game.
Black Friday. It's the Black Friday special. It's a good game of the week.
I told you, we got 4 games for everyone.
It's the sale. It's the waffle maker of the week, Cam. It's the one that everyone you see all the fist fights in the malls and the people
like I told you, lady insert headlock. Like butterballs for 99 cents. I've never seen like seniors want to like gouge each other's eyes out. It was like wrestling with foreign objects. It's like, listen, they got more butterballs back then.
Those videos.
There's no need for violence.
I'm a sucker for them. People are like, "Oh, how can you watch that? It's disgusting watching people fight over that stuff." I'm like, no, I think it's hilarious that people are this stupid that you're fighting over something you're saving $15 on. You're gonna go to jail for $15. Like, what are you doing? Like,
there's a lot of problems out there. No, I'm with you, Drew. Like, I wouldn't do anything like that unless it was for, I don't know, if they were giving away like $2,000 TVs for a couple $100, I would put it.
So, Cam, I waited outside 11 hours overnight one time for a TV $700 off, and I got it. But people that didn't wait were like pissed because there was only like 5 of them in the store, and they were like, "Why do you advertise that this is going to be a thing when you have 5?" And I was like, "Well, that's why I waited outside like all night."
Yeah, no, and you deserved it. You put the work in. I
don't
even think it's debatable.
So stores, what they do now, what you'll see is they'll go outside at like, let's say they open at 7, they'll go outside at 6:30 in the morning and hand out like, here's a green slip if you're here for the TV, here's an orange slip if you're here for the waffle maker, here's this. So that when you go in the store, you need this slip or you can't buy the product. That way you don't get the stampede of people at 7 a.m. running in the store because like, no, this guy's been here the longest. He waited. He gets the product.
Honestly, for me to sleep overnight on street or in car, in parking lot, whatever, for a product, I better at least be getting something, in my opinion, that is thousands and thousands of dollars for. Like, time is money. Like, no offense. Like, if I'm saving $50, $100, you think I'm going to sleep outside? Like, are you nuts? Like, no, people, anyway, let's.
And when I did this, Cam, I was in high school.
There's something called Amazon too.
I was in high school, Cam, when I did this as well. So I was a teenager. So I was like,
I'm glad you did that. Like, see, that was hard work that paid off. But as an adult, like, the only way I would do it, if they said, Mr. Stewart, if you sleep on this sidewalk, we will give you a trip to like Hawaii or something like that, or, you know, a nice destination. Like my girlfriend and I want to go to Louisiana. If they say you will give you a riverboat cruise, I'll sleep on a curb.
Well, yeah, I can't be bothered now because then it's like your whole day is ruined because you've been up all night. So then you're going home to sleep, and then it ruins your whole weekend.
You're old and beat down anyway. Like, getting up is hard enough, let alone sleeping on concrete, waiting for what? A couple $100 off a blender? What's some magical blender?
You're also freezing because it's the middle of November. It's not like it's a hot day that you're sitting.
I told you, people are psychos. I've seen fights in supermarkets for turkeys, so nothing surprises me anymore. So, Drew, bonus game, Jets, Fins. Friday.
First, before we didn't do mystery tiebreaker, man.
For the
2 games.
Forgot.
So, Cowboys, Commanders, where do you think
Mr. He's on the Cowboys.
Correct.
And he's on the 49ers.
Wrong. On the Seattle Seahawks. 1-for-1 on Thanksgiving.
That's shocking. Actually.
You're eating Brussels sprouts instead of mashed potatoes. That's what that means.
Really? I don't mind Brussels sprouts. Just cover them in bacon and cheese.
Yeah, so you don't mind the healthy food as long as you cover it in the shitty food, is what you're saying.
Just roll it in some like cheese whiz lava and some bacon.
Well, it's like my daughter. Oh, I don't like broccoli, but if you cover it in melted cheese, I'll eat it. Well, yeah, of course you will. It's covered in melted cheese. Yeah,
that's sometimes you got to negotiate with your children, Drew. I don't have that issue. I don't have any. Okay,
that you know of. The Jets hosting the Miami Dolphins. Dolphins -9.5 road favorites. Cam, the Black Friday special. It opened at 7.5. We're getting not reverse line movement. They're getting lines moving towards Miami because everyone's betting on them. The Dolphins like to smoke teams that they're better than, but the Jets defense is very good, Cam, despite what Josh Allen did to them on Sunday, which we said would happen. Cam, I was so mad. I had a big bet on him not throwing a pick. And of course, end of the half, the Hail Mary for no reason.
That's the problem with that bet. We forgot to talk about it. We don't even think about it. It's almost like the bet when you take like a guy's rushing yards. Like, remember back in the Brady, and then he's kneeling out 3 times for -1 instead of like all he needed was half a yard. It's like, oh my God, he's -2. Like people, we forget about these little things when making bets. Like you almost have to.
The Bills don't usually throw Hail Marys. It's like the first time they've done it all season. So like,
no, you're right.
I don't know. And he played great. And I was like, this is going to be a great bet. I did it so well. Then bam, Hail Mary picked. And I was like,
I still think, no, it's not a bad, those are the hard things to think about, but be careful out there, everybody, with the interception stuff. A lot of teams at the end, you don't know that they'll just chuck it up there. And a lot of the time they get picked.
All right. It looks like.
You got to start this game. You got to. No, we're not done Miami Jets yet.
That's what I'm saying. Is it Tim Boyle starting? Is that what they announced?
Yeah, Mr. Boyle.
And it looks like Zach Wilson will be relegated to the third string quarterback, Cam. Aaron Rodgers says he's going to be back in 2 weeks. Listen, I don't think he's going to be back all season. I think it's just...
Can we just not talk about this anymore? They just keep on losing. He's not going anywhere but a
it's
desert to do mushrooms. Okay? He's going to do peyote with coyotes. He's not playing football this year. If you think
what are you going to come back off a torn Achilles in 3 months to play for a 4-7 football team?
Hey, man, I'm ready to play. This guy's thinking about going to the forest and getting high. Don't worry about him. He's not playing.
All right, Cam.
Do you believe in Boyle?
I will start here. I do. I believe in the Jets defense. I don't believe in Boyle. I believe in the Jets defense, which is why I'm taking New York. I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait till Friday because I think this line's as it's moving now. I think it'll hit 10. If it hits 10, I'll like it even more. It's at currently at 9.5. If it starts going the other way, I'll be upset. But I'm going to wait. I will take the Jets at plus 9.5 for the show, but I'm going to wait till it's a 10 or a 10.5 for my real life bet.
Well, the bottom line is we do the update show, so we will take the Jets at 9.5, and they're 11.5. We'll just get.
We're doing the next one tomorrow. I doubt that it'll be different.
I wouldn't be surprised if this thing. You know what, Drew? I'm going to make a prediction. I think we get to 10. I think it'll move a half point.
I hope
total 41.
Are you on the Jets as well then?
Yes, I am.
Okay,
I thought about Miami. I just did some videos, whatever. And the more I think about it, they're going to simplify the game plan for Boyle. That's the problem when you're doing shows on Mondays and Tuesdays. Like, I don't know. But I will tell you this. They will make it so easy for Boyle. Small little passes, lots of running, and just keep Miami's offense off the field. And with the Jets defense, they can get to Tua. I think 9.5 is too many, Drew.
Yeah, I agree. I think the Jets keep this close. And teams rally around quarterback changes. I know everyone's been like, oh, Boyle sucks. Blah, blah, blah. They're going to smoke them. Listen, I thought Miami was going to smoke the Raiders, and the Raiders had every chance to win that football game.
We talked about that on the thing. Like, Drew, I did a million shows. We didn't know one person saying, really good gamers like go, oh, you know what? Like, maybe the Raiders lose by a touchdown. Like, every single person out of all the big spreads, the one they thought could, trip them up was everyone believed in every other game but the Raiders. Even people were going on Tampa against San Fran because of the short week, Thanksgiving.
No one picked
Seattle.
the Raiders.
Oh, dude, I'll give him Renzi credit. He's like, you know what? Nobody in the world wants to take the Raiders. The thing is, if they run Jacobs, the Raiders have kind of figured it out a bit. They've become a good dog, man.
Yeah, I agree, Cam. Total's only 41 points. I'm going to lean under because I think it's going to be close. I think it'll be like a 17 to 13 type.
Miami
game.
20, Jets 17.
Yeah, something like that.
Even 17-16. I think it could be real tight.
I think it'll be 3 touchdowns total in the football game, Cam. Something like that. All right, let's get into our Thanksgiving Day bets, Cam. I'm going to list off 3 props. You tell me if you like them or not before we get into our anytime TDs. I like Amon-Ra St. Brown over 82.5 yards. He's over that in 4 of his last 5 games. I like CeeDee Lamb over 87 yards. He's over that in 4 of his last 5 games. And I like Christian McCaffrey over 72.5 rushing yards. It's too low for a primetime game for CMC. I think he'll hit 100 against Seattle's defense. They're not the greatest rush D, Cam. They're decent against the pass, but I think CMC can run loose, might break a big one against them. And also George Kittle, I'm going to sprinkle on his props as well. Like we said, he likes to dominate the Seahawks.
He sure does.
Let's get into our anytime TD parlay. We're going to do this live on the show on Sports Interaction. Head on over to sportsinteraction.com/SDPN for the latest odds and adjustments. Cam, you're going to take the home teams. I'm going to take the road teams. We're going to name one player each. Anytime TD parlay. Yep. We'll start with the Detroit Lions. Your pick for the anytime touchdown.
I'm going to go, it's chalky, but I got to go with Montgomery. Him or Gibbs is going to get a touchdown. I know it's 35 cents, Drew, but you know what? We're here to put parlays together, and it doesn't matter. We're not going to force the issue. I like St. Brown as well. Great pick with the yards. I'll tell you, you know what, Drew? I'm going to tell you one thing. I think we should play almost every Detroit Lion receiver, like Reynolds rap. Mr. Aluminum, that guy actually is having a couple big catches. I'm telling you, I think all the receivers go off, but I will take Montgomery for a goal line touchdown for my Detroit Lions pick. Anytime.
All right. I like that pick, Cam. I'm going to take Luke Musgrave as my Packers pick.
Wow.
Aaron Jones, AJ Dillon, the obvious picks, but I don't know who they're going to use. Every time they get in the red zone, they don't know which running back to use. The receivers are all over the place. It's usually Dobbs, usually Watson, who knows. But I'm going to take the guy who I know is going to be in the football game when they get down there, and that's Luke Musgrave, Cam. It's 7-1. So give me Luke Musgrave, anytime TD. What is your pick in the next game, Dallas versus Washington?
So I get the home team?
Yep.
Oh, yeah. I'm not going to do Pollard to piss you off, Drew, because that's never happened.
He finally gets one last week, Cam.
I told he was going to get one eventually.
You said on the show, the one week I don't pick him, he does it.
I probably like two guys. Ferguson's probably a little bit better, but you just got to go with CeeDee Lamb, Drew. He's unstoppable. He'll be a huge target in this game. But is Washington going to blanket him and leave other guys open?
I would lean Ferguson more just because of the touchdowns.
You know what? I will take Ferguson. He was my first instinct, but I'm telling you, I like your Lamb over more than the touchdowns, though. But he probably gets like 8 balls for like 120 yards.
Fair. Cam, my pick is going to be Brian Robinson. It's chalky, but then when they get down there, that's what they like to use. So I'll go Brian Robinson. We got Ferguson and Robinson in game 2. So right now the parlay is already at 45-1. Cam, we're going into San Fran and Seattle. You take your Seahawks. You know better than I. Who's going to be the touchdown scorer for Seattle?
I can't believe Brian Robinson, too. The guy was shot in the ass, and he's playing football. Good for him.
Shot in the knee. In the knee.
Oh, sorry. That was the ass. But anyway, the guy shot.
Yeah, whatever. Regardless,
it was the ass. Anyway, whatever. It's lower body injury, like the NHL likes to say. Lower body. Anyway, groin. Football in the groin. What am I doing? Oh, touchdown for Seattle? How about DK Metcalf? He seems to be the guy who gets one every week. I was going to go with Smith and Jigba to be cute, but I'm not going to.
I thought you were going to go with your Chardonnay. Your Chardonnay guy with
I love a nice Chardonnay at Thanksgiving, Drew. But you know what the thing is? Seattle, I don't know how beat down Walker is. So Charbonnet will get some touches, but I'm just going to go with my boy Metcalf here to get it done.
Cam, I'm not breaking the wheel here. I'm going to Mr. Domination, who scores every week, Christian McCaffrey. There's no point of not picking him because I know when they get down there, they're going to give him a chance. Kittle, I like as well.
We're also doing a parlay, so it's not like, you know what I mean? It's one thing. The thing's just adding up, and he's probably
all right, Cam. So at the end, this 6-player parlay, 229-1.
I'm in.
I'm in as well. Viewers, you can be in. I can be in.
Send me everything. I'm in.
So I'll list it again. We got David Montgomery to score for the Lions, Luke Musgrave for the Packers, Jake Ferguson for the Cowboys, Brian Robinson for Washington, DK Metcalf for the Seahawks, and Christian McCaffrey for the 49ers. Even if you just wager $5, Cam, because you're just feeling that, you win $1,100. I mean,
I'll do more than $5. It's worth going to buy like a $20 lottery ticket there. I'll just have some fun. So Robinson and Ferguson and Metcalf and who was the other guy?
McCaffrey and then Montgomery and Musgrave.
Perfect. Done. Yeah. Montgomery, Musgrave, Metcalf, Robinson, Ferguson, Metcalf, What the heck? Look at all the M's.
Oh, yeah.
Montgomery, Musgrave, Metcalf, McCaffrey, and then we have we got 4 M's.
4 M's.
And an R and an F. Robinson and Ferguson.
Cam, when we win, we go to the Golden Arches, buy some Big Macs. That's what it's going to be.
Could you believe it? And the last 2 guys' names are like similar, like Robinson and Ferguson. Like it's very weird, man. Wow, yeah. Okay.
2 sons and 4 M's. I don't know what that.
2 sons and 4 M's. 4 M's and 2 sons. Excellent work.
We're dragging this on, Cam. All right.
Are we?
Yeah.
Do we do minerals this week? Can we do minerals for these? We do minerals for
let's do 2 minerals for Thanksgiving, just because there's 3. I feel like it's a lot.
No. Drew. Remember, we got the Jets game. It's 4. Let's give 3 minerals. We can do it.
Let's do it.
We can do it.
All right, let's do it. Cam, give me your bronze selection for Thanksgiving / Black Friday.
My bronze selection is going to be the Seattle Seahawks. Guys, I like the team, and a lot of my buddies are Niner fans. Listen, I'm not going to try to give you a debate about Seattle being as good as San Francisco. They're not. I just know one thing. They're divisional rivals, and they always play really, really tight games. And I'm expecting the same on Thanksgiving. Seattle's getting 7 points as a home dog. Maybe they lose a heartbreaker, Drew. I'll take the points. Would it surprise me if San Francisco won by a couple touchdowns? No, but I got to believe Seattle will rebound after a heartbreaking loss against the Rams.
Yeah, I don't mind it. I don't mind the pick, Cam. I like San Fran, but I don't mind the pick. My bronze is going to be the under in the Cowboys-Washington game. I think it's going to be a lot lower scoring than people think. Give me the bronze on the total in Cowboys-Washington.
I'm going to take the New York Football Jets as my silver pick. I should go with totals too, even though we agreed on the totals. I love your picks on the totals. We're going with Mr. Boyle. Boyle, make it easy for Boyle. Like, just don't make him do dumb things. Basically, you hand off the ball, nice short passes, move, and if you're in a bad situation, punt, pin Miami. The one thing about Miami is these guys beat the Raiders by 7. Like, everyone's like on the Miami train. Like, they're a good football team, and they might blow out the Jets, but I got to take 9.5 with the Jets. Like, their defense alone, they can maybe intercept Tua, hit him hard. Like, that's the whole thing. I don't know the Jets' mindset, though. They were pretty bad against Buffalo last week.
Yeah, I mean, I think the team just gave up on Zach Wilson.
Yeah, kind of.
which I think they'll be rebounded, which is why my silver selection is also the New York Jets, Cam. Plus 9.5 for the show. Probably plus 10 by tomorrow. We'll let you know on the show. Maybe it'll be plus 11 by the time kickoff happens. But I will take plus 9.5 silver with the Jets defense. I think the defense steps up enough to slow down Tua and that offense. Cam, your gold selection for the week. It might be the same as mine. Let's see.
All right, Lions. Yeah, we are doing the same. So we're going to go with Detroit. We're going to go with the old John Madden, God rest his soul, the turkey leg, the turducken, everything. Detroit, you've been waiting years to actually like beat down a team. You were a Thanksgiving nightmare for so many years. Oh, Detroit's on TV again. Like, obviously things have changed. Like, people used to lose their minds. Drew, back in my day, oh my God, Wayne Fonts and his sweaters. And thank God for Barry Sanders. He like saved the ratings. But man, those Lions teams sucked with Scott Mitchell. It was horrible.
Dude, they went 0-16 with Calvin Johnson.
I know. Yeah. It's just, but now this has got to be like, this is a Detroit Lions kind of franchise statement game. Like, I think you don't not just beat Green Bay, like you have to beat them by like at least 2 touchdowns. Like, you have to make a statement in this game saying, I know we're here Thanksgiving, but we're actually going to do the world a service and like show up. Give me the Lions by 17.
My gold pick will be a side dish to your main turkey dinner. It's going to be the over in the Packers-Lions game.
I like that.
Over 46.5. It's indoors. It's on Thanksgiving. It's on prime time. I think the Lions show out. And like I said, 47-10, something crazy. I think the Lions might hit this total on their own. So give me the over in the Lions-Packers game. So there's our minerals, Cam, or our side dishes, our turduckens, whatever you want to call them. Any parting words for the Thanksgiving audience before we get out of here? Any dessert tips? Any tips with what you do with your mashed potatoes? Do you make the boat for the gravy, or do you just pour it all over and mix?
Mashed potatoes are one of those things, Drew. You got to be really careful. If you're soaking them, you can't do it for more than 24 hours. But I will say this: make sure you drain them really properly. Take the patience to do it. Also, got to have cream and butter. Don't use like parquet and like some imitation margarine.
I add sour cream to my mashed potatoes.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Sour cream, because it gives it the more, like, if you like them more like fluffy and fun. Yeah, so a little sour cream and butter. But no, I'm just saying no imitation margarines and things like that. You got to do it properly. And gravy, it goes anywhere. Like I like to put the gravy, like basically like create a hole and just fill it with gravy.
You know what? A tip for American viewers, I don't know if they have them down there. Yorkshire pudding.
Oh, Yorkshire puddings are the best, dude. If you're British, like,
no,
if you're from
I don't think they have them in the States.
No, but people know they're fluffy. Okay, American friends, think of like a croissant, but 100 times better.
Yeah, it's
and it goes with beef and red potatoes.
Well, it's like a little bread cup, and you pour the gravy in, it catches it, and you eat it like a little biscuit, but it's covered in gravy. It's fucking amazing.
Get me horny right now. I love.
Yeah, I know. My wife makes.
My buddy makes them from scratch.
My wife does it. It's amazing.
Is she British?
No, South African, but I don't know if that. I guess it's essentially British.
It's more of a British, Scottish kind of Irish thing. Like they love Yorkshire pudding.
Yeah, it's fair enough. All right, everybody, enjoy your Thanksgiving. Enjoy the football games. Enjoy betting along us. Anytime TD
best pie.
Just saying.
I'm pecan. What are you?
Oh, yeah, pecan pie all day.
Okay,
all day.
Good.
Pumpkin pies for the rats. Like, it's gross.
Pumpkin pies for pigeons. Anyway, pecan pie is the Cadillac of all pies.
I agree. Apple pie is okay, but it's like one of my last choices. I'd rather like almost every other pie. Coconut cream pie, hell yeah.
Pecan, chocolate drizzles and whipped cream. Oh, here we go.
All right, let's get out of here. Thank you so much for joining us. Once again, this show is brought to you by Sports Interaction. Head on over to sportsinteraction.com/SDPN for the latest odds and adjustments. Thank you for watching us. Please click like, please click subscribe, and we will see you tomorrow for the rest of the games. Thanks, everybody.
This has been Drew and Stu.
Powered by Sports Interaction, your homegrown sportsbook. Always remember to bet local.
Follow Drew at Producer Drew and Cam at Cam Stewart Live. May the winners be yours and all of the best bets hit.